Professor Bikramjit Basu took over as Director, CSIR-CGCRI on November 08, 2024. He is a recipient of India's most prestigious Science and Technology Award, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar, in 2013 from the Prime Minister of India. He is the only Indian ceramic scientist to be elected as Fellow of the American Ceramic Society, European Ceramic Society, and World Academy of Ceramics. He is one of the few engineering scientists in India to be elected as Fellow of all the fine Indian National Academies of Engineering, Science and Medicine. So, ladies and gentlemen, may we please welcome Professor Bikramjit Basu, our Honorable Director, for his speech.
So, good afternoon, everybody. Namaskar. Most respected Dr. Jitendra Singh, Honorable Vice President of CSIR and Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Art Sciences, Dr. Hiroyuki Inoue, President of the International Congress of Glass, Professor Arun Bhasne, and revered dignitaries on dais, scientists, students, particularly school students, and ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a momentous occasion as I welcome all of you to the 27th International Congress on Glass, which is now held in the city of Calcutta. So this is the second time that India is hosting the triennial conference, with the first time being at New Delhi in the year 1986, and that was the 14th edition. At this moment, I am indeed grateful to the President of CSIR and our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, for his vision of Vikshit Bharat, that is developed India by 2047, when India will celebrate the 100 years of independence. We at CSIR are also indebted to our Vice President, CSIR, and Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Art Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, for his excellent mentorship and continued support to the CSIR family. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big round of applause. We are also grateful to Dr. N. Kolaselvi, the Director General of CSIR, and then Secretary to DSIR of the Government of India, for his continuous mentorship to the CSIR family. So on behalf of CSIR Central Glass and Ceramic Research Institute, I wish to welcome you all to the City of Joy, Calcutta. Calcutta is not just a city. Calcutta has a rich heritage of science, technology, culture, art, and this city has groomed generations of the intellectuals in this particular country. And you can see that many of the scientists in particular, Dr. Meghnad Saha, Dr. Satyendranath Bose, Dr. Jagadish Chandra Bose, they are not scientists in the simplest sense of science. They are institution builder. And on their name, this particular city has Science of Nuclear Physics, Bose Institute, S.N. Bose National Center for Basic Sciences. And many of the directors of these excellent, iconic institutes of science are present in this audience. So you can see also some of these institutes. I would like to remind you, particularly for the friends from abroad who are of non-Indian origin, that Calcutta, and particularly the state of West Bengal, has the significant footprints of 6 of the Nobel laureates who received Nobel Prize from India, and many of them are mentioned here. Rabindranath Tagore, who has wrote the national anthem for 2 countries, not only India, but also Bangladesh. Sir C.V. Raman for laser spectroscopy, Mother Teresa, Amartya Sen, as well as Abhijit Vinayak Bandyopadhyay. Little bit glimpse of the CSIR system. Council of Scientific and Industrial Research is known as the innovation engine of India. It started in this particular city in 1942, and you know it was started at National Test House, Calcutta, that's mother house of all scientific establishment in the country. In the year 1945, CSIR's essentially the foundation stone was laid in 1945, and after that 1945 foundation stone, This particular institute, CSIR-CGCRI, was established on August 26 in 1950 by the then Chief Minister of West Bengal, Bharat Ratna Dr. Bidhan Chandra Rai. And you will be happy to know that immediately after the institution is formally inaugurated to the rest of to the service of the nation, this Nature actually has published this particular news article, and which was essentially written by Mr. Vasne, who is also father of Professor Arun Vasne. And it was written that there are few fields of industrial developments in which scientific investigation has played during the last 25 years or 30 years, and such a decisive part as in the glass and ceramic industries. Whereas in those countries, industry spectacular development have taken place in the industrially advanced countries of Europe and America, but conditions in India have remained comparatively static, although under the stress of war, there has been some expansion. CSIR-CGCRI, since its establishment in 1950, now it is celebrating the Platinum Jubilee in the year 2025, has positioned and repositioned itself to the needs of India, and also it has been serving for over last 75 years. Sir, this institute is CSIR Institute, but it is a globally important institute, and you can see this is the only national lab in India with core competency on a spectrum of traditional to engineering ceramics. It has many decades of significant contributions to the growth of strategic and private stakeholders, relevance to United Nations, sustainable development goals, skill development programs like pottery, vitreous tiles, whiteware, and bone china. And it has two extension centers, one in Khurja in Uttar Pradesh and one in Naroda at Gujarat. So it has developed many technologies. It is not the time to show you all the technologies, but since our respected guest, Dr. Jitendra Singh, is visiting our CSIR organized any conference, I'll just take 2 more minutes to show that what all technologies that CGCRI scientists have developed over the last 75 years, and those include solid oxide anode stacked fuel cells, then 522 watt continuous wave laser using ytterbium doped, then nanosecond pulse fiber laser, and so on. In the healthcare sector, there is a division in CGCRI which is known as the Biomaterials and Medical Devices Division. It has developed several technologies which has been commercialized, and some of them include aluminum zirconia-based heap processes, calcium phosphate-based cements, and granules. In the niche technologies in the societal sector, CGCRI scientists have developed membrane filtration plants which are being deployed in the state of West Bengal and Bihar, as well as this is more for groundwater and wastewater purification. In the 2 extension centers that CGCRI has, one at Khurja and one at Naroda Center in Gujarat near Ahmedabad, and in both the centers, our scientists and technical officers, they have been continuously giving skill development programs as well as that manpower training to develop small businesses in those areas like pottery, whiteware, bone china, and so on. So now, since this conference is mostly on the glass, for all the school students who are attending in this conference, I must take 1 minute. So glass is a particular class of inorganic, non-crystalline materials. So in the school, you must have heard about the chemistry lectures that polymers are the organic materials, so glass is an inorganic materials. And it is characterized by the very short range ordering of atoms. You must have read about the atoms and molecules. So these atoms are being ordered in the very small region, and that is the unique characteristics of the glass materials. And glass are typically multi-component material, and where the composition can be tailored to develop a wide spectrum of properties, whether it's optical properties, whether it is a biocompatibility properties for healthcare related applications. So in this sector of glass, that CGCRI scientists have developed radiation shielding window glasses which are used in Bhabha Atomic Research Center, and also specialty glass beads again for nuclear waste immobilization. And also they have developed neodymium laser glass blocks as well as a cladding glass for strategic applications. As I said before, that CGCRI has repositioned itself to catering the national needs. And here again, Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, they have given the mandate that to give that optical glass development. And here again, CGCRI scientists have successfully developed optical glasses, which is very high quality. And it has gone to lab scale to pilot scale production. And now they are being tested in the ISRO. And we have a meeting with Dr. S. Somanath, who is the former chairman of ISRO. And we have shown that CGCRI can develop these glasses with a refractive index of 1.6031. I'm highlighting here 4 decimal point. That is the level of precision that we should have in this refractive index. And also homogeneity of the order of 10 to the power minus 5 and 10 to the power minus 6, which in no way is an easy task which CGCRI scientists have developed. So having said all those things, when I took charge in November 8, in 2024, I have set this mission of the CSIR-CGCRI to position CSIR-CGCRI as a world-leading institute in ceramics, glass, and advanced materials while accelerating innovation in transformative technologies to develop positive economic and societal impact for our great nation, India. And having said that, this is my vision, where I present this idea, where I stands for inspiring, D stands for delivering to the nation, E stands for engaging, and A stands for administration. According to me, the definition of administration should be to facilitate excellence in science, technology, and innovation. Friends, in last 62 days, in my tenure, I have done several of these things, and some of the things have been summarized here. It is the young scientist mentoring at different age groups, and mentoring PhD students, and some of the new initiatives like CompuMat group, like computational materials design group, and so on. As I said before, CSIR-CGCRI is now celebrating 75 years, and in these 75 years, we have done several, or we have initiated several initiatives and several programs. ICG 2025 is one such program. And in these particular things, we have started the Platinum Jubilee Distinguished Lecture Series, where Tata Steel former Vice President Dr. Debashish Bhattacharya has given the first lecture. Then we have the National Conference on Emerging Trends in Advanced Materials, which is coming up in February 6-7, and also we have Interactive Industry Conclave. Some of the other things that which will follow up is, one is the Nari Shakti, that is the women contribution towards science and technology, then one-day seminar on environment and water sustainability, and so on. So many undergraduate students, they are being trained in our institute as part of the summer internship. In the Platinum Jubilee, I'm extremely pleased to inform you that we have announced that one specific fellowship program that is called Platinum Fellowship, where we'll select 10 brightest young minds from across India who will be specifically trained in CGCRI for 10 weeks. And then we'll be giving them the scholarship as well as free accommodation at our guest house. India is now widely recognized as the major innovation hub in the world. India is not the same India where I was born in the year 1973. And in this India, now whole world looks at India because of its significant developments over last several decades, or at least last 10 to 15 years. And here, our Honorable Prime Minister has shown the entire world that how to lead a country of 1.4 billion. And if you see here, that when you plot this global innovation index score versus the GDP per capita, India has been performing above expectations for the level of development that India has seen, or the whole world has seen for India's development. On a global scale, in the year 2015, it was 81st in the Global Innovation Index. Now it is 15, and is the third leader in the startups and unicorns. And Anushanda National Research Foundation has been established with a budget of 50,000 crore, and this is to essentially facilitate interdisciplinary research to address India's most pressing development. Friends, CSIR has done many new things for our country. And one of the newest things that CSIR has done under the able leadership and under the mentorship of our Honorable Minister of Science and Technology and Art Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, that is the CSIR Innovation Center in Mumbai. This is a unique platform that in the heart of the city of dreams, Mumbai, that CSIR has built up this innovation complex, which is expected to catalyze translation ecosystem. And this is indeed that we have really witnessed, and I myself was present in the inauguration ceremony, which is considered as a special milestone achieved by CSIR in terms of creating new translational ecosystem and platform with all kinds of industry, academia, other R&D institute organization. This idea became reality after a long time because of continuous support and mentorship of Honorable Vice President of CSIR and Minister of State, Science and Technology and Art Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji. Thank you once again, sir. And at this point, I would like to all of you to give a big round of applause for the CSIR Innovation Center. So this is our CGCRI Innovation Center at this ICM in Mumbai, and you can see our honorable, respected DG, Director General of CSIR, Dr. N. Selvi, is visiting our Innovation Center, and on behalf of all employees of CSIR-CGCRI, we extend our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Mrs. N. Selvi, DG CSIR, who has made a significant difference in CSIR system, and certainly under the mentorship of Dr. Jitendra Singh. Thank you, madam, for being an incredible mentor to us to bring positive change in the scientific system. So this is the 4 different companies and some of the industry leaders from Prism Junction. They are also there in this audience, and we have signed MOU, and we'd like to start or continue our industry interactions with those companies as well. Now, friends, we are now currently standing at 75 years of its existence and offer service to the nation. We should have a dream, and that's my dream is for next 25 years is to align our science, technology, innovation activities of Viksit Bharat initiatives of Honorable Prime Minister. And I am indeed committed to fulfill the dream during my tenure at CSIR-CGCRI. Innovation-driven technology development for Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is self-reliant India, meeting the increasing demands of strategic sector, for example, Department of Atomic Energy's high-temperature reactor mission, or ISRO's requirements, leadership in research programs for sustainable energy like Department of Atomic Energy. And one of the major things that CGCRI scientists are also deeply involved, that is the National Hydrogen Mission. Here I must mention not only solid oxide fuel cells, but solid oxide electrolyzer cells. These are also some of the prime technologies that CGCRI scientists have developed. And all our activities, if you see, these are also aligned with many of the national mission, for example, Jal Shakti Abhiyan, Skill India, and Swasth Bharat, and so on. As I said before, that this is the 2 different things that we have done, so initiative at the good governance, but also at the research, science, and technology, and that is the CompuMat, that is the Computation Materials Design Hub, where we'd like to combine molecular dynamics simulation to gain more scientific insights, more atomistic understanding. At the same time, we'd like to combine this with the artificial machine learning to predict the properties of the glass, to predict the structure of the glass. That would be something unique in this particular Indian scientific ecosystem. And there's another one, glasses are not only used for the bulk glass, but also they're used for glass fibers. And again, there is a fiber optics and photonic division. The kind of competence this division has, none of the national institutes in India, they have this kind of competence. And I'm happy to announce that MeitY has supported the Center for Innovation Centers for IoT Sensors and Business Incubation. And there are several collaborating institutes and manufacturing industries are involved in the Center for Innovation Center. So finally, I would like to mention to you that it is also my dream that CSIR-CGCRI would lead the translational ecosystem in India in the field of ceramics and glass. Any activity in the area of ceramics and glass, no scientific, in the scientific community cannot avoid CSIR-CGCRI. So we are essentially poised to combine the collaboration network, strategic sectors, as well as the companies like multinational companies, and testing and certification. More importantly, would like to work with the international institutes like Fraunhofer Institutes, which have similar mandates like CSIR-CGCRI, and also professional networking. Here again, International Congress on Glass is very important. Friends, this is the inauguration of ICG 2025, and as you know, that India is organizing it for the 2nd time, and you can see that ICG 2025 will have 12 symposia. It has around 500 plus delegates. It has 111 contributory presentations and 140 posters. It has 150 international delegates and 12 plenary speakers. United Nations in the year 2022 has declared the International Year of Glass. That shows the importance of glass in the scientific community globally. So this is the first time a specific material glass has been recognized by United Nations because of its tremendous influence and impact on the several sustainable developmental goals of United Nations. So with this, I conclude my inaugural lecture. I wish that you will all have excellent scientific and most productive interactions during the days to come. Thank you. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. And now may I please request our conference president, Dr. Shitendu Mondol, to kindly felicitate, sir. Please, sir, can we please have you? Thank you so much, sir. All the students here, let's be as visionary as our respected director, because we are the future. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a very special inauguration. We have our honorable chief guest, our honorable director, and our respected delegates here. So now it is time for the inauguration of our abstract book. Can we please have the books? So ladies and gentlemen, since we have our honorable chief guest, our honorable director, and all our honorable delegates, we are all together. There's a galaxy on the dais. So this is the right opportunity and the right moment to inaugurate the abstract book. And since we have our honorable chief guest, Dr. Jitendra Singh, he will be doing the honors along with all our dignitaries and delegates on the dais. Now can we all stand in front? I would request everybody to kindly come forward. And with the biggest round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, we have 386 abstracts in this book. So here it is for all of you, our very own, the abstract book.